Good Friday morning, 2 a.m. Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. This is your outlook for November 22nd, 2013. And today's going to be a cloudy day with showers ahead of a cold front. Cold front's going to be pushing in from the west here. And this showers are going to be very spotty and very widely scattered. We're not talking about any concentrated heavy rainfall here. We're using the European model in this video today, and there's a reason for that I'll get into in a minute. We got this is actually showing Friday morning, and then Friday afternoon. You see all these light grays. This is just really light precipitation, not a big deal. And in this image here, you can see where the cold front is sitting right back here, like this, getting ready to move through our area. And it's going to take its time to move through. It's probably not going to be until we get till Saturday morning when it starts pushing through a little bit, and then temperatures will end up dropping behind this frontal boundary as we get into Saturday afternoon, and wind starts shifting to the northwest late Friday night and Saturday. We're going once the wind starts shifting, temperatures are going to fall after early highs in the mid 40s. We're probably going to drop back down into the 30s, and temperatures will fall through the 30s as we get further along in the day on Saturday. Now I want to go over the NAM high res. This is the latest NAM high resolution model. This is showing early in the morning. This is actually 5 o'clock in the morning here on Friday. Here you see these little scattered showers here. They're very widely scattered, not anything concentrated of heavy rainfall or anything like that. And this pretty much moves through. This is 8 o'clock this morning, 8, 9 o'clock. And then you might get a little bit of a break. And then here's this afternoon, some more stuff moving through here. And that's pretty much going to be the theme all the way up until the evening hours here. And then we get it past, say, 10, 11 o'clock. Then we start to clear out. And then overnight, we're going to become partly cloudy. And you're going to be, and we'll be done with the showers overnight here. Just showing what the high res NAM is looking like at this time. We're going to go back to the European model now. And this is actually for Saturday night. The one thing behind this front here is winds are going to start shifting to the northwest. Means the flow is going to be off Lake Ontario, which is right here. A lot of times you have lake effect. It's from the northwest, and you get into some of these streamer bands off Lake Erie, which is over here. This is going to be a Lake Ontario deal here for us, and you're going to have warm waters over the lakes, and then you get some really cold temperatures plummeting southward over these lakes. You're going to pick up some of this moisture and over the lake itself, and then deposit it here on the south side of the lake, south and east side of the lake. So the areas from like Syracuse over to Binghamton are going to do quite well with snowfall totals. But some of these snow showers we expect they're going to get into northeastern PA, maybe some flurries, or maybe even a snow shower east central PA, northern New Jersey. I think that's the extent of it as far as we get into as far as precipitation. And we're not looking at anything heavy here. Here's it's going to be a spotty thing. With a flurry or snow shower in some spots, maybe a coating up here in some parts of northeastern PA. Would not be surprised if that happens, and that's it. Now, once we get past this, our eyes are going to be turning to the next storm here, and this is the one the European model is showing for late in range here now, and that's this system down here. We're going to go over to water vapor real quick. I want to illustrate what's going on here. And we're going to stop this motion here. You actually have an area of low pressure. This is actually a cutoff low that's sitting out here, sitting and spinning over here over California, over the desert southwest. It's a cutoff low because it's literally cut off from the stream. So that means it's going to be moving very slowly. You're going to get some snows up in this area here as this moves east, some very cold air associated with it. And what this is going to end up doing here is this area of low pressure, this upper level low, is going to move down here like this. Take its time doing so. It's going to take a good 5 days to do this. And get over to the northern Gulf of Mexico. It's going to pick up some moisture as it moves over the northern Gulf of Mexico. And then head somewhere between the Georgia-Florida panhandle area here like this, and then start to make a turn up the coast like this. This is what we think is going to happen. And all the models, for the most part, kind of agree on this to this point here. After that, the models are all over the place, and it doesn't know if it wants to just take it out to sea, which the GFS has, take it into a kind of a too low, crazy synoptic setup with the Canadian, or bring it continuing up the coast. From this point, they can do a number of things. There could, could be do more of a track like this, which would be, maybe just grazing the coastline areas with snow, maybe over to Philly and areas like that with some snow in the interior. It could take this right over the benchmark here, and then head up into New England and then out. Which would be, in this case, in this area here in the interior, would bring some pretty heavy snow northwest of I-95. Or it could do what the European model did today, and that brings it over right over coastal New Jersey. And that's going to bring some rain over eastern PA, New Jersey, and then maybe ending as a period of snow. So a couple different scenarios with this, might even coming further inland than that, but I'm really leaning against that solution here. So by the time you get to this point here is the deciding factor of what needs to happen with the storm. And since we don't know what's going on yet with that, we really can't make a call or determination. And of course, this is on land, but it's sitting here and spinning here, not moving very fast at all in terms of forward progress over Southern California. Okay, we're going to go back to the European model. I just want to show you what this is doing here. European model is actually taking this inside track here and is putting a decent amount of precipitation here, but the area of low pressure is actually sitting right here. So it's a little bit too close. You're getting a little bit too much warm air moving in here. So this area here turns over to rain. This whole area here to the coast turns to rain, and then you get some snows back here in central PA. And far northeastern PA. But there's a lot of different solutions going to be on the table for the next couple of days. We just chose the European model to use in this forecast because we think it has the best handle. I refuse to use the GFS. It is just garbage right now with this system, so I'm not going to bother showing what it's doing because I can't even make heads or tails of what it's doing right now. I couldn't tell you. But one last image here will show you the latest image we had for the European model of snowfall amounts from that storm in the middle of the week next week. Again, this is just a possibility. It's going to change many times before we get to closer to the event here. We won't have this narrowed down to until we get to the weekend. But this is the kind of output that you could expect. A realistic output from the European model, but again, subject to change. And don't latch onto these ideas thinking we're getting these amounts of snow. It might not be any snow at all. It might be more than this. It might be in different areas. So a lot of things narrowed down in the coming days, but hopefully we'll have a better handle of that by this weekend. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for November 22nd, 2013. Have a great Friday.